May, the birthstone, is emerald, and I love emeralds, and I could talk about them pretty much without ceasing for a long time. They're just the prettiest color. They have this glow to them. They don't necessarily have a really high RI, so they aren't known so much for their sparkle, but certainly they have a glow. And that is not a technical term. So I have a bunch of emeralds to show you. Yeah. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how we evaluate emeralds. So with all colored stones, color is king. Carat weight is important as well, and clarity and cut. All those things come into play, but not like diamonds. Diamonds, all those four of those factors pretty much weigh much more consistently. With colored stones, we're really looking at color. That's the reason why you want one, because look at that. So I have, what is this? These are 5 rings. I have this, and I have these big earrings. So I was trying to find something that would show up with my hair. Yeah. And what's the difference between all these stones? You can see that the color slightly changes, so you might have a preference. This one is Colombian, no treatment. This one is Colombian insignificant treatment, and if I may say, my God, look at that. This one's Colombian minor treatment. This is Colombian moderate treatment, and this one is Zambian. And then these are Colombian, and this is Zambian. So what does this mean? In emeralds, the quintessential location is going to be Colombia. It's hard to beat in terms of public perception and also the quality that comes out of the mines in Colombia. When you're talking about rubies, the top tier is Burma, nowadays known as Myanmar. And when you're talking about sapphires, the top tier is going to be Kashmir, followed closely by Burma. Having said that, Kashmir sapphires are crazy rare and caused all sorts of wars between India and Pakistan because they fight over that little valley like you wouldn't believe. So anyway, when you're talking about gemstones, you don't just identify what it looks like. It's also, it does matter where it comes from. A lot of people are willing to pay more money for certain locations. So when I show you these, you can see off the top of your head that the shades of green are slightly different. Of course, part of it's the lighting, but you can see that, for example, this guy right here, he's lighter. He's not as saturated, he's not as deep of a green. He's beautiful, but he's not as deep and dark of a green. And then if I show you this Zambian one, you can see that the color's almost a little more foresty, right? And then if I show you this one, which I love this ring. This is a Victorian ring with diamond clusters all around it. I mean, it's so pretty. The diamonds are so dazzling, but the stone in the middle is also a very deep, even green. And then these two are amazing. They're very rare to find emeralds that have not had any clarity treatment. Emeralds traditionally have oiling that is done to mask the fissures, to make it look, the clarity look a little higher, because emeralds tendency to have clarity issues. Nowadays, there's polymer fillings and other types of resins that are used, and they are evaluated in the lab reports, and you do care when you're buying them. But these two came out of the ground looking like this, just got polished, very little or no oil, and the lab reports reflect it, and so does the price.